Hey, Shalom, this IUIC Dallas cuss from the streets. Who I got with me?
Soldier Jeremiah.
Soldier Khalil.
Hey, I'm Officer Micaiah. So look, check it. We at Deep Ellum today. Hey, the topic that we got is, do the black communities need fathers in the home? Do the black communities need fathers in the home? That's the topic, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what you think we're gonna get today in Deep Ellum?
Hey, Lord's will, man, we get some sisters, brothers that'll listen to us, you know what I'm saying? Because they already know that the fathers ain't in the home. So hopefully they give us honest feedback and we can give them biblical solutions. So
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. What you think we got?
Yeah, hopefully they out there because they got an ungodly custom going on right now. So we should see a few people out here. So we'll see what they input would be.
All praise. Hey, look, we're gonna get back to you when we got everything gathered up. Shalom. Hey, Shalom. This IUIC Dallas cuss from the street scene. Officer Micaiah, who I got with me?
Dwayne.
I got Dwayne with me. Hey, so look, Dwayne, the topic is, are black fathers necessary in the communities?
Yes.
Yeah?
Very much so.
Very much so. So, what are some ways like we're impacted as a black community without fathers in the household?
No structure.
Okay, I like that.
I grew up without a daddy, so So I was out here by myself.
Right.
So mama trying to raise 3 kids without a daddy, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
So it led me to some bad decisions.
Yeah.
So I ended up prison. Now I'm out. I'm all right. Got a good job. But without a daddy, I didn't know right from wrong. Oh, I just go with what my homeboy doing. It's cool.
Right.
Davion.
Micah. All right, look, so just like I told y'all, man, Soldier Khalil, just like I asked y'all, is it important that black fathers, are they needed in the household or are they not needed? What y'all think?
Personally, I have both my parents, so I think growing up with a father is definitely important because it's like the way of like teaching like discipline, being able to like just understand what it is to be a man and just growing around and like being in this type of environment. I feel like it's really important. What you think?
Yeah, same with me as well. And unfortunately, I do have both my parents in my household. But like I think even if you don't have a father, like I think it's good to have a male role model at least, like someone in your life, like an uncle, like a cousin, anything like that, just to really like show you the ways like being a man, things of that nature.
So I guess like needless to say, right? Can a woman raise a boy into being a man?
Yeah, but it's hard.
Yeah.
They can't tell you everything.
Right.
You can give me a woman's point of view, but not a man's. You know?
Right.
So it's kind of hard for her to guide me in the right direction.
Right.
Tried her best, but it just didn't end up right.
Right. That's on point what you're saying. Hey, another thing, I don't know if you know, like the statistics is really high. Like as far as like black communities are concerned, 76% of America's fatherless households are from the black community. Do you think that's like one of the major, like that's like one of the major correlations to our lack of success as a people?
Yes and no, because success comes from, you can be successful anywhere.
Right.
But without the father figure, you know, the push, it kind of weighs in on it. You know,
Okay.
I did all right once I learned on my own.
Right.
You know, but coming from no dad to now I don't want kids because I feel like if I'm taken away,
Right.
it could happen to them.
Right.
Do you believe us as a nation are destroyed people mainly because we don't have our fathers in the household? Because they say, the statistics say 76% of households in the black community are fatherless. So what are y'all thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to like stats and stuff like how that, but I feel like it's not necessarily like what's not like fatherless or not. I feel like just like in our generation and how like nowadays is like being moved, like how everything's been moved and like how especially like social media and how like impactful it is now rather than how it used to be. I feel like that's like something that's like as important as also as fathers. Yeah. So.
Okay, so do you think with you guys having your father in the household, you guys turned out to be good or bad for the most part?
I would say good because, you know, my dad always told me to keep your path straight. Don't ever want to like structure out, stay around the people that you know, keep a close circle, always, you know, be aware of things and try not to just like be influenced like other stuff that people are easily influenced to.
It could happen to them.
Right. Okay. Hey, look, that's on point what you said. If you taking away, something could happen to them, right? But look, I'm gonna show you a scripture. Hey, give me Sirach chapter 30. Oh, my bad. Sirach chapter 30 and verse 3. All right, give me that real quick.
The book of Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 3.
Come on.
He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
So he that teacheth his son the right way, giving him that structure and that guidance and that order that you spoke about, that discipline, you know what I'm saying, that's lacking in the communities. It say that he do what with the enemy?
He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
He grieveth the enemy, meaning like it's a problem when we really in order. You know what I'm saying? That's how come you see a lot of the design in the black communities is welfare, Section 8 home, food stamps, all those things. Our sisters, our women can't get that if the father is president.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we teaching them uprightly, when the father is in the household, it grieved the enemy. It's a prophecy about that. Jump to verse 6.
Verse 6. He left behind him an avenger against his enemies.
He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, somebody who gonna teach the rest of the community that structure and that guidance and that order. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's on point what you're saying. Hey, one last scripture, you know what I'm saying, for your ride get here. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. Because it's what you said is so heavy, but really it's a direct correlation to our lack of success with the fathers not being there. You know what I'm saying? Overall, as a people, because we can't rise above our people as one individual. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, it take a team.
Facts. It take a team. Watch, read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
It say, as for my people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, children are their oppressors. You got your NBA young boys. You got your, you know what I'm saying? You got your, Lil Durks. You know what I'm saying? You that's the going at the ops.
I don't even listen to it.
But that, you know what I'm saying? That's a problem.
But see, without a dad, you don't know. So
Watch. We gonna finish reading that, and it's gonna say exactly what you just said. Read.
And women rule over them.
Women rule over them. That's the reason why. That's the reason why children oppress the black communities. These young boys is oppressing the black community because women is ruling over them and the dads ain't in the household. That's the negative impact with the fathers not being in the household.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the time.
80%.
80%.
You know, you got some mamas too that try and then they get out there on it too. Like I done seen that. They mamas get out there, get in the game, and
Yeah.
all they kids know is that.
Yeah. For real.
It's kind of hard out here being black, but
Yeah.
I just look at it like it's a negative and a positive. Hey, you live and learn.
Yeah.
I had to go the long way to get to where I'm at, but I got there.
Yeah. Fact.
You know, so now I can kind of help younger people. That's what I kind of do at my job.
Okay.
I get somebody 21. They ain't never made $25 an hour, but
Yeah.
I kind of teach them and guide them in the right way. I've been on my job since 2009. I got out of prison in 2008.
Yeah. That's what's up.
So I went in prison when I was 18.
Hey, man. Man. And that go back to, you know what I'm saying, the fathers not being in the household.
No
like
college degree.
Right.
And I'm an engineer. I know engineer.
Right. That's you?
Yeah, that's
I want to be able to do like my dreams stuff like that.
Yeah. So just like I know, with us, we follow the scriptures, right? And we believe just based on the statistics today, we see you got the NBA young boys, you got the little Dirks. A lot of our people are following that. Like y'all were fortunate enough to grow up with their fathers, which is a great thing. But majority of our people, the brothers that's out here, they don't grow up with their fathers. They don't end up, knowing the direction, like what you just said, like knowing what circles to be put in or anything like that. They follow a multitude to do evil, which is why you see robberies happening, why you see drug deals happening. There's no father figure to guide them. Now, I wanted to bring that out real quick. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Now, your father being there, he's going to tell you to guide you in the right direction. With a father, it is important, based off what y'all just said, for a father to be in the black community. And with him not being in the majority of our communities, you have a lot of kids following a multitude to do evil, which is why you have the Lil Durks, the NBA young boys, the Chief Keefs, that's talking about robbing, stealing, and killing. You know what I'm saying? But the benefit of a father being in the house is he's the guide, he's the protector, he's the provider, and he's able to lead in a way to where he could teach, like y'all brothers, what to do and what not to do. A mother can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Read.
the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee,
So if sinners entice thee, this is what the Lord is saying. If sinners entice you, read,
consent thou not.
you're supposed to consent not. A mother ain't gonna really be able to tell you that because a lot of the mothers that's in the household, they gotta work. They not paying attention on how to raise the kids because they worried about paying the bills, which is a man's job. But y'all were fortunate enough to do that, and all praises. That's a great thing because now y'all can teach others like, look, we grew up with our fathers, but you know, we understand, we can see it from both sides, right? Read that. Go on.
If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood.
So that let us lay wait for blood is the brothers sitting waiting to rob, to kill, to steal. If you don't have a father there, do you think he'll be able? If you don't have a father there, what's the outcome gonna be?
I really don't know the answer to that one. I'm not gonna.
So when it said to rob, to kill, and steal, what you think he's gonna do if he doesn't have a father to guide him?
He's probably get influenced into that.
They like their environment too. Like they around like so like them the young boys like that. Like depending like the environment growing in, like some people just like happen to just be growing up in that. They matter if their father or not. Like they just like games are like.
So it's like
It's a lot easier. So what we're trying to say is it's a lot easier if a father is there. Just like y'all, if y'all grew up in the hood and y'all father was there, y'all still would turn out to be a lot better than a brother that didn't grow up with a father at all. Mainly because he doesn't have a father figure, which is why you have a lot of our brothers killing each other because they're emotional. They were taught by their mothers. That's 9 times out of 10, that's what it's going to be in a household if you don't have both parents in a household. You know what I'm saying?
I got Olive and Bella. So back to the topic, right? Are black fathers necessary in the household?
Very much necessary.
Say it.
They're necessary because when a child grows up without a father, it really does something to the child. I feel like a child needs support from both parents in the household so they can grow up to be the best they can be. They need both point of views in life. If both point of views in life is not there, then the child may have some, confusion and corruption coming up in life because they looking for guidance elsewhere instead of in the household.
Right. What you think?
I feel like if it's a strong woman, there's a lot that she can teach a child. But yes, fathers are necessary because it's some things that women just can't do. And a good man with his head on his shoulders, for real, can actually do something.
Nico.
Khalil, Soldier Khalil. Hey, look, Nico, so just like we talked before, you know what I'm saying? I want to know if it's important that the black father is in his household.
It is very important, as a matter of fact. I have 2 younger ones of my own. I have a daughter and a son. I have both my parents coming up as well. So I understand the value of my father, and I didn't always agree with what my father had to say to me. But as soon as my daughter came, I started to slowly understand all the things that he was telling me when I was younger. So a lot of the stuff that he told me, he was like, when you have your kids, you're going to understand exactly what I mean when I'm telling you. And I'm saying the exact same things to my daughter and my son.
Yeah.
So as a man, period, it's our duty to teach them the discipline to survive in this world. So I'm a little bit more militant with my children.
Yeah.
Because I understand what's out here. And I observe things online and what I see and what I've dealt with. Mm-hmm. It's best that I be that militant, but also nurturing as well, in order for them to grow into something where they can protect themselves while they're out here.
All right, so I felt like it was a little bit of emotion behind. I like what y'all said, but it felt like it was a little bit of emotion on your end, and nothing negative with what I'm saying, and a little bit of emotion on your end. So, do you have children?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess my question is, can a woman raise a boy into being a man?
Yeah, most definitely. She can definitely raise a boy into being a man. If she got her head on straight and she stand on morals and boundaries, and yeah, she can do her best.
Okay, and you say so as well?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So now,
a woman that's active, like a woman that's active in a boy's life, like, showing consistency, repetition, showing them right from wrong, just, staying on them. But it's stuff that,
yeah. And what you gonna say?
can't do.
Yeah, basically what she just said.
Yeah. Okay. So look, here's the truth of the matter, right? 76% of the fatherless homes in America come from the black community. right? Now let's examine the black community for a second. Are we above most people in society, or are we at the bottom of society? If you had to really look about it, like, let's be real.
The bottom.
We say we at the bottom. What would you say? Like overall.
What do you mean? Elaborate when you say we at the bottom.
So, like, when you look at our communities, would you say we have the greatest success as far as like poverty, or like are we more impoverished, or are we more wealthy? Are we more educated?
Born into wealth, and there are some people that are born into poverty, so it go both ways. So I can't say just, yeah, we at the bottom, we just struggling, we going, you know what I'm saying? But
That's true.
people that do come from like the struggle end up having a success story if they have their head on straight, you know, because God places people in your life. See, if you lack that in the household, God will start placing people in your life that you can, you know, benefit from, you can learn from. So you won't really feel like you just left out too much. Like, you know, you may have figured it out at a later time, but you figured it out in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, now, do you believe that the young man in our community are emotional?
Yes. Yes. I don't want to go too much into that because I don't want to speak on the group as a whole.
Yeah.
Everybody has emotions. With my son's 4 years old.
Yeah.
And I see he goes through a range of emotions. And like you said, or like I said, it is important for the father to be there to help regulate those emotions.
Yeah.
Right? We are black men. We came up as black boys. So we understand what black boys go through as they start to mature.
Yeah.
So we just try to navigate those waters the best I can from what I know in my experiences.
Yeah. Now, what you just said was heavy because you've been an active father in your household, right? You're able to guide, direct, provide, protect, and teach your son and your daughter discipline, right?
Correct.
Now, as a whole in our community, one thing I would like to say is that's why you have NBA young boys. That's why you have Lil Durks. That's why you have Chief Keefs. Mainly because a lot of the majority of our families, they're raised by their woman. Woman. They're not raised by the man at all.
Correct.
So what we teach, you know what I'm saying, what we believe is the Bible is a solution to our problems. So if you don't mind, do you mind if I get a script for you real quick based off the topic of what we're talking about? Hey, give me that in Ezekiel real quick. Now, you being able to guide your household, right? You were able to do that mainly because you're a man, right? Correct. You said that it's important for a man to be in a household, which I completely agree with you. But as a whole in our society, the statistics say 76% of the black households has no fathers in them at all, which is why you have, you know, a bunch of, like, go to Proverbs, just give me Proverbs, which is why you have a lot of robbers, a lot of stealing that's going on, which a lot of drug dealing, us in the ghettos. Yeah. A lot of those men that are growing up, they're growing up emotional and not really knowing how to be a father, which is why some of them don't. They get a sister pregnant and they do end up making the wrong choice. You know what I'm saying? It's mainly because there wasn't a man there to discipline them. Hey, read that real quick.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not.
Now, it's saying, my son. This is the guidance that this man is being guided by. It says, my son, if sinners entice thee, meaning try to get you to do something that's evil, right? Read.
If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privately for the innocent without a cause.
Now, them that are laying wait for blood, what are they going to do for the most part? Like,
Say that again.
It says, read it again for him.
If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause.
What is this called today? Robbing. That somebody plotting, they scheming, they waiting, they raking around.
Right.
If you don't have a father in your household to do that, this is the outcome of that. And majority of the people that go through that is our people today.
Yeah.
Now that's what we teach. You know what I'm saying? We teach that we are the people of the scriptures and that the Bible is our guide to our salvation.
So basically, sometimes snap the fingers, huh? So basically, sometimes like you could be like a diamond out of rough, or you can be like a rose that come from the concrete. Basically, like that analogy, right? Okay, cool. So can I show you something out the Bible? Because if you know, like I said, you familiar with us, you know that we gonna base everything from the Bible. Something you said, right? You said that women can show a boy how to become a man. Now, when we think about that, you know what I'm saying? a woman is a woman is not a man. Not saying that a woman is not smart enough to be able to do that. It's just certain things that she's literally not capable of doing. She can't relate to him in certain things. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you what God said about that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12.
Come on.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
So look, God is saying, as for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, primarily we talking about the so-called African Americans right now. As for us, children are our oppressors right now. In what ways? When you think about it, you think about the gang action, you think about the violence and all that, you think about the little Dirks, you know what I'm saying? You think about, going to blast the ops and things of that nature. It say children are the oppressors. Children, young boys are the jack boys, you know what I'm saying? They the ones that's robbing the women, you know what I'm saying? Robbing the older men for that sake.
Are you from Dallas?
I'm from Houston.
Okay, well, we're from Dallas, and I keep up with the social media pages, like with the crime that's going on around the city and stuff. And there's been a lot of younger and younger people. It's been like 17, 20 years old, like people kind of around my age.
Right.
So yeah.
Right, and that's kind of like a growing trend that's following us in all of our communities all across America, even in the UKs and things like that. Keep reading.
And women rule over them.
Read that from the top again, from the very top of the scripture.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
So look, as for our people, children are our oppressors, and
women rule over them.
So it's saying as a result of women being the heads of the household without the man being present, it say that we become monsters. We are the oppressors of our own communities, right? Hey, watch, go to, I'm gonna show you 2 more scriptures. That's cool with y'all?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, go to Hosea real quick, Hosea 4. So God kind of got a problem with us as a people because of all the things that we deal with, you know what I'm saying? Because of all of our actions, I'll say, our characteristics as a people. Hosea chapter 4, verse 1.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
So God's speaking to us. Listen to this word is what he's saying. Read.
For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
What's a simple word for controversy? What's another word we'll use?
Controversy.
You familiar with that word?
Trouble.
What'd you say?
Trouble.
Like trouble? I say like beef. The Lord got beef with us. Controversy, like hostility, animosity. Right? Watch, read.
Read it from the top again. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
So we finna see why God got a controversy with us. Watch.
Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
So God said, because there's no truth, nor mercy, nor even knowledge of him in the lands. Read.
By swearing and lying and killing.
So look, it's talking about morals.
Committing adultery.
And committing adultery, that go back to the fathers not being in the household. That's one of the causes. You know what I'm saying? It's showing the problems that's plaguing the black communities. And what else on that?
They break out and blood toucheth blood.
Blood toucheth blood, going into black on black crime. All right, family, so there you have it, man. Hey, I think it was a good turnout. You know, we got a variety of different answers. We had a lot of really good interviews, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, I'm hoping that everything that we was able to do was edifying for the people that's watching, you know what I'm saying? Hey, and look, until the next time, IUIC Dallas, cuts from the streets. Shalom.
Shalom.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.